Alright, this is Halo Reach, the package. Latchkey. We are heading back inside Oni base. In case you haven't noticed yet, this level is basically just a retread of the second level with a different color palette, obviously. Alright, so first up is your first threat. There's just a few elites hanging out outside this door. Run up to this upper level here, and if you kind of make your way over to the right side, it will convince your teammates to move up so that they can help you take out the Spartans. When you get the checkpoint, you know you're good. There will be 3 or 4 elites hanging out around the door. Be ready with a plasma pistol, and when the elites are led out of the door by your teammates, pop them in the face. Oh, right, and then there's two of the plasma turrets in the door. There's just some grunts on them, so if you want, you can take them out real quick. It's nothing much. Even though you are out of a tank, yeah, this part is still pretty easy. Alright, so you'll head up into the left here, but instead of taking the elevator's broken. So you have to take a different route this time. They sit there and talk. Alright, roll out, team. You can head in here. We're going to take the maintenance area here. Alright, and then this next room. So actually, it can be kind of challenging if you're not careful. It really doesn't matter what armor ability is here. Whichever one you feel most comfortable with, I recommend grabbing it. This room is filled with jackals and skirmishers of varying levels and degrees. Hopefully by now you've gotten good at shooting in between the or in the open areas of the jackal shields. Hey, look, a rat. I killed a rat. That's kind of awesome. I forgot I did that. Another thing, be sure to save health as much as possible. So long as you stay in that first little room, you can head out to the you can head back outside. Once you leave this first little room, though, I think it locks the doors leading back outside. So just be careful. Don't step out here unless you know there's nothing out there that you want anymore. And there's a couple hidden weapons in this room. The sword down here at the bottom. They've got some needle rifles as you climb up the ramps. I think about halfway up is a needle rifle, or a whole crate of them. And no, you can't shoot through the grating. Kind of sucks, but... Alright, so pretty much every time you get to the top of a ramp, just turn around and find whatever cover you can, because the jackals will be behind you every time you climb a ramp. best thing to do is just keep an eye on your radar, so you know where they'll be, so you're not being surprised all of a sudden because there's someone behind you. Especially with the multiple levels, sometimes the skirmishers, especially the skirmishers, will they'll jump down a level or a couple levels trying to get at you. So just keep an eye on your radar, make sure that one of them's not trying to sneak up on you. And always be on the lookout for health packs. That should be a given, but I know some people can't think that well. It's okay, I won't judge you. So you see there is a bunch of needle rifle ammo laying around. And then up here at the top there is a focus beam, or whatever it's called, the laser beam thing. But once you reach the top, you can reload your DMR and set on out. Get back to normal building areas. This will take you back out to this this room. Before there was an elite and a couple grunts in here. You don't have to worry about them this time. However, in this next room, there will be some guys to worry about. And I think I mentioned this in one of the videos for the second level, but this is the multiplayer level sword base. So, you know, if you've been playing multiplayer and you've gotten used to that, all the little tricks of getting around, they're still here. It's the exact same level. The only difference is there is a bunch of invisible elites and an engineer in the back of the room. Obviously, your first priority is to take out the engineer. Should be floating by the window out there. Yeah, out there in the back. So just keep a lookout for him. Alright, so yeah, it's a good idea, use your surroundings, because it is a long, narrow hallway. You can bounce your grenades around. Try doing that. Just if you've got like that one elite that you just can't seem to find, or he's behind cover, be sure to take advantage of your grenades ability to bounce. Plus it's cool, it's like pulling off a trick shot. They think they're all safe and you're like, gotcha bitch! Blow them up with a grenade. It's always nice. Alright, once you clear out the invisible guys, your only other threat will be this high-powered brute thing up here. He, of course, he's got a really big, or real powerful shield, but once you pop that down, he's just like any other elite. Just get him in the head. Take a second, mutilate his body, and head on through the broken window. Or the door, you know, whichever one. Well, no shit, the facility's compromised. Dumbass television.